I'd like to do a little demo on precise positioning for a Pfaff and a Viking. They're both very close. I think if I do it on one, you'll be able to see how to do it. I'm doing it on Creative Icon 2 right now by Pfaff. So here's how we're going to line it up. I'm going to bring in, I've already hooped my fabric. My first hooping is done. I'm going to bring in a second hooping. So I'm going to go to my folder. I'm going to go to the USB device, boom, and I'm going to go to Snow Country Express. It's in number 1 designs, the particular one I'm bringing in, VP3, and we're going to go to the middle row. We'll bring in winter, and we're going to bring in hooping number 2, the barn. You touch it twice, that opens it up. Now notice it did not come in centered right here, so it's really kind of out of the hoop. If you go to your edit design and touch the center, it centers the design in the hoop. Make sure also, the next thing you want to make sure is that your hoop options, make sure that you're on the hoop that you're using. I'm using a 360 by 260. Make sure that that has also been selected. Let's go back to our stitch edit, and I'm going to go to go. It's going to ask me a few questions, and my answer is going to be good to go. And it's going to move into first stitch position. Now what I want to show you is how to do precise positioning. If you look on the fabric, my needle needs to be at the lower left corner of that straight line, which is going to be right here. So that's where my needle needs to be. I am close, but I am certainly, well, I wouldn't even call myself close. I would say that's lousy hooping, because I'm about 5/8 of an inch away, if not a full inch. But luckily it still fits in the design, because I'm using this big, huge hoop. So I need to go into precise positioning to align it perfectly. Precise positioning is right down here. Looks like a flower. I'm going to touch it. And it's 4 steps to do precise positioning. And up here are your 4 steps in a row. Sometimes they have a number with them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want it at number 1 means, look at your screen. There's a crosshair on it. There's a green crosshair. Oh, look at, I love this too. It actually tells you up here what that is. Move the green cursor to the point of your design that you want to match. Well, actually my design comes in at first stitch, so where it is perfect. So on my design, stitch 1, number 1 is always right. Now let's go to number 2. When I go to number 2, if you read up here, it is also saying, move the needle now on the fabric, move your needle to match where you wanted the first locked in point. I want it to be right here at this corner. So I'm going to hold this down and let that jump over a minute in hopes I don't go too far. Let me try it again here. Come on, baby. Let's try it. Whoop, too far. Now let's go up a little. And I'm going to go back a little because I overshot it when I held it down to try to get it a little faster. Now I'm going to lower my needle so that I can see a little bit more, because you're allowed to do that on a Pfaff and a Viking. It's kind of cool that you can keep your needle low so that you can now move that baby right into position. And I'm going to go, I think that, so I'm going to try it right there. So if you can see, I've sunk the needle. It is exactly where it is supposed to be. So that's number 1 and 2. Now we're going to go to number 3. So I'm going to put my needle back up, however, and I'm going to go to number 3. Number 3, when you touch number 3, another cross comes in. You can see it up here on the screen. You need to move that cross to where you would like to do an alignment. I would like to come straight across. I want to go straight across, and see there's like a little angle right there. So I'm going to drop this over here. I'm just going to bring it in and drop it, move it over slightly, and now I'm going to use my zoom tool. So this is zoomed to this picture of the needle is zoomed to where the needle is. Remember, this is representing the needle. Now I'm going to move this needle right up to that, right at that dent where the line goes straight and then dents up. That's where I want it, and it looks like it's right there. So that's perfectly placed. Now I'm going to go to number 4 on my screen, which is going to say move your needle to that spot also. So let's go to 4. And I'm going to drop my needle, And you can see that my needle, if you zoom in on that, you can see that my needle is below. It's below where it needs to be. So I'm just going to lift the needle in just a hair so it doesn't scratch the fabric. And now I'm going to rotate it. And if you're not sure which way to rotate, touch one of them, like I'll touch this one because I know it's the wrong way. And you see how I'm going the wrong way with my needles going there? All you do is touch the other one. So if it's not the one, it's the other. So let's rotate it until we get right to that spot. Because this only allows you to rotate, not to resize. So we're going to rotate it. Going to maybe a couple more clicks up here. We're narrowing in on it right there. Couple more. This is so minute. It's just like 1/10 of 1 degree. It's so teeny weeny. Look at that. Beautiful. So we locked in this position. We rotated the second one over here to this position. It's exactly where it needs to be. We just rotated the incoming design to fit this perfectly. Excellent. Hit OK. And we are ready to stitch it out. So we will go to stitch out process. And if I wanted to, and I did number 1 because I did it in precise positioning. So I would just go ahead and move my thread to the next color. And does that do it? No. Okay, so this isn't my machine. So just for those of you who know how to advance, sorry, go to your next color.
Is that right there?
This is advancing your stitches one at a time. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that
so
is
like
cool.
if I do this, I can sew across color 1.
What about that info up there?
Oh, here we go. Here. This is where we go. Okay. Yep. And go to number 2. Ta-da! Yes. Very easy when you know what it is. So that you just open that up and do it. Now I'm ready to start sewing number 2 because I've already floated my stabilizer. But this was just learning how you're going to use precise positioning on my designs. Hope you enjoy it.